Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. A new era begins today as President Donald Trump is sworn into office.
Preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Donald Trump now officially the 45th President of the United States. He shared his vision for the next 4 years in his 16-minute-long inaugural address. The President vowing that protecting America will be his top priority.
We assembled here today are issuing a new decree to be heard in every city, in every foreign capital, and in every hall of power. From this day forward, a new vision will govern our land. From this day forward, it's going to be only America first.
Festivities continue tonight as President Trump plans to attend 3 inaugural balls before spending his first night in the White House with his entire family.
And now we're taking a live look at the inaugural parade in Washington. President Trump and his family are watching from an enclosed viewing stand near the White House. And as you can see, this is where everyone kind of loosens up. We have the parade with the music and the marching bands, and the first part where the president goes through is much more ceremonial, and now it's a little more of the celebratory part. Yes.
And this was the scene earlier. An estimated 800,000 people, including protesters, in Washington for President Trump's inauguration. They began arriving early this morning for the ceremony. Lines for ticket holders waiting to enter the ceremony stretched for blocks. Meanwhile, the anti-Trump protesters are rallying throughout Washington, D.C. 2 police officers have been hurt and about 100 protesters have been arrested. Police are using pepper spray during confrontation with those crowds.
And we were there to serve notice. We are not celebrating this. In fact, we're acting to stop it. We're going to bring the same message to the Women's March. We're going to march with them and call on them to not go back home after a one-day protest, but to stay here in the streets.
And hundreds of thousands of women and men preparing for a women's march in Washington tomorrow. They're hoping to deliver a message to President Trump. Organizers of the march say it's a way to promote women's equality and defend other groups. The movement has drawn support from celebrities, including Katy Perry, Amy Schumer, and Gloria Steinem. The event kicks off at the intersection of Independence Avenue and 3rd Street Southwest tomorrow morning at 10. There will be a rally near the Capitol with speakers and performances. Law enforcement officials are preparing for as many as 500,000 people.
In other news, here on the Suncoast, new stores and new apartments are coming to Lakewood Ranch. The development, which is called The Green at Lakewood Ranch, will be built on the northeast corner of State Road 70 and Lakewood Ranch Boulevard. ABC 7's Rick Adams has details on the project.
Well, the land that you see back there will soon make way for a shopping plaza as well as a luxury apartment complex. The shopping plaza will be anchored by a huge health food supermarket. The Earth Fare supermarket is coming to Lakewood Ranch. In addition to the health food grocery store, the 150,000 square feet of retail space will include salons, restaurants, and a big fitness center. For vegetarian and Bradenton resident Bob Rostegan, he's excited that there will soon be more choices.
You have to have places to shop. So, something with a variety like that closer to home, yeah, be a welcome change.
304 luxury apartments will also be built on the 40 acres of land. Bob Bartz is president of the Manatee County Chamber of Commerce. He tells us a development like this will not only bring in many more jobs, but also give folks some unique places to shop.
I think it's exciting. I think we're going to see many more in the future, and this is basically what the population is looking for today.
This will be the first project in the area for Orlando-based Tavistock Development Company. A spokesperson for the company tells us Lakewood Ranch is a perfect fit for the developments they create.
We're really excited. We think it's a ground zero location. It's a great community. And the project we're doing is really synergistic with the mixed-use environments that we like to create.
Site work on the project will get underway this spring. It's a development that part-time Lakewood Ranch resident Pat Favret and her husband are looking forward to enjoying in the near future.
Well, I think it's wonderful for the area. Publix, I'm sure, is a wonderful store, but I like to see other stores as well that offer different things to get.
Just to give you a little time frame on everything, we're being told the shopping plaza here is expected to be finished by the early part of next year, with the luxury apartments ready for residents by the middle of 2020. 2018. Reporting from Lakewood Ranch, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Rick.
All right, it's a good check on our weather as we get into this Friday evening here in the Suncoast. Here's Bob Harrigan with more. Bob?
Yeah, sun just setting a few minutes ago. We're looking at beautiful conditions out there right now. Generally fair skies and the warm temperatures today. 72 degrees, the high was 77. And the humidity fairly high right now. Warm, moist air in advance of a cold front will bring a good chance for showers and storms. That warm, moist air will be in place throughout the day on Sunday, and that will aid in the thunderstorm development. Right now, that storm system getting its act together in the western Gulf of Mexico. The area of low pressure will develop and eventually swing a fairly strong cold front our way in terms of rough weather, and that'll happen Sunday afternoon. And as far as the storms go right now, they're over the panhandle of Florida, near Tallahassee into the west, all the way up into southern sections of Alabama tonight. We do have the chance for some sea fog developing tonight and moving on shore, but overall the severe weather threat is there as a result of several factors, and it will be in place. More than likely, the National Weather Service and Storm Prediction Center will issue a severe thunderstorm watch for our area for Sunday afternoon. We'll have more on that coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. A Venice teacher is arrested and accused of sexual battery on a middle school student. Venice police arresting Matthew Minton at his home in Venice this morning. The Island Village school teacher is accused of sex crimes against a female student. Police say the crimes took place on school grounds from December 2015 until May of 2016. The victim was one of Minton's students and was 13 or 14 years old when the crimes took place. Minton is now at the Sarasota County Jail, charged with sexual battery, among other charges.
A follow-up now to a fatal crash yesterday in Venice. The Venice Police Department identified the victim as 89-year-old Elio Swao. Police say Swao was crossing the road at the entrance of Aston Gardens Senior Living Complex when a young driver pulled into the entrance and hit him. Police say the driver did not see the victim because of a golf cart obstructing the view. Swao later died at the hospital, and police are investigating this crash.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, we're just days away now from the start of Black History Month. Our organizations on the Suncoast plan to highlight the efforts and changes made by African Americans.
And how a local theater is honoring the late Justice Antonin Scalia through the power of art.
These are our heroes. They have sacrificed so much to serve our country. And now Granny Nannies is truly honored to serve them. We're here and we're ready to help. Call us today.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Flooring Depot has been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties for over 20 years with the best products and installation. Flooring Depot offers carpet, tile, hardwood, and more. Before you buy, give us a try. Stop by our showroom or visit us on the web at bestvaluecarpet.com.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair, where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500 starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
At Granny Nannies, we provide your loved ones with the care they deserve, compassionate and experienced help right where you need it most, at home. Visit us at GrannyNannies.com.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Black History Month begins in February, and all across the Suncoast, efforts are being made to highlight notable times within the civil rights movement.
On Saturday, the University of South Florida Sarasota Manatee is sharing a film detailing what some say is the final campaign that led to the passage of the Civil Rights Act. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates has some more details about this film and how we can be involved, who can attend if they would like to do that.
When they think of the civil rights battlefields, they think of Birmingham, they think of Selma, but they never think of the Sunshine State. They never think of St. Augustine.
Film director Clement King has set out to tell a rarely mentioned civil rights story.
Well, it's about the bloodiest campaign of the entire civil rights movement that led directly to the passage of the landmark Civil Rights Act of 1964.
The stage is set in St. Augustine, and Sarasota resident Yvonne Haling-Clark remembers how it all began.
The whites used to sit in one room and the blacks in another room. And when Robert came there, Robert said, "No, I'm not having that. I mean, this is ridiculous." So he had an integrated waiting room.
Haling-Clark is talking about her brother, Dr. Robert Haling. At the time, he was the only black dentist in the St. Augustine area. Haling-Clark says her brother integrated his practice, and soon after, things took a turn for the worse.
The Klans had a session, and Robert said, "Well, why don't we just drive by there and see what they're talking about, you know?" White men came by, and they had the guns right next to their head.
While at gunpoint, Dr. Haling was taken to a Klan meeting where he was ordered to resegregate his practice. And when he refused, he and the men with him were attacked.
Robert lost 14 teeth, I think it was. He was beaten bad enough to spend time in the hospital.
That beating led to the St. Augustine Civil Rights Campaign, and after several other unsuccessful attempts to desegregate several establishments, Dr. Martin Luther King got involved. Dr. King and Dr. Haling agreed to wage a protest. They had blacks and whites swim in the same hotel pool where the national news media had set up shop.
Our whole foreign policy and everything else go to hell over this. Yesterday in the swimming pool in St. Augustine, they jumped in and police jumped in, their clothes on, they started pouring acid in the pool.
The group of protesters were severely injured by the acid, and many of them were also beaten.
The story went around the world, and it became, within 24 hours, the Senate actually passed the Civil Rights Act.
The film Passage St. Augustine details the full events and will debut in Sarasota Saturday. Bobeth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Bobeth. A new show is taking place at the Oslo Repertory Theater.
Aggressive, combative, law and order conservative. Which am I?
The show focuses on the life and battles fought by the late Justice Antonin Scalia. He died last year. The show is about a law school graduate's clerkship with Justice Scalia, who she discovers is a great mentor. The show's production staff says the originalist finds the middle ground between theater and politics.
He has a debate with his clerk on fundamental issues about everything. And the play is searching for the whole idea of a middle in our divisive American politics.
The originalist is now playing at the Oslo Repertory Theater and continues through March 7th.
Find out about the potential for some strong storms this weekend right after this.
From meeting curious lemurs to feeding big cats and hosing down rhinos, there's never a dull moment. And sometimes these amazing animals chime in.
Watch Animal Outtakes every week on ABC 7.
Whether a family member needs a little extra help around the house, assistance recovering from a hospital stay, or someone to check in on them throughout the week, Right at Home's in-home care is the answer. Your loved one deserves the right care, and now we need caregivers to help give the right care for the right reasons, the right way. At Right at Home, we're one of the only private home health agencies in this area with the opportunity to earn paid time off. If you're someone who loves helping people, take a look at our website and click on Jobs to join our team today.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Start the year off right with a great deal during the Start Something New event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come drive the most awarded SUV of all time, the Jeep Grand Cherokee, or shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Stop by today and drive away in a new Jeep Compass for just $14,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
Look, I'm not an ideologue. I am an originalist.
Well, by the way, if you watch the fishing segment in the 5:30 newscast, I said that Trey caught a barracuda. That was a kingfish. Even better, he caught a kingfisher. He sent me an email real quick, said it was good, but he got the fish messed up. But anyway, fishing out there is pretty good today in the bay. Pretty calm conditions, a little bit breezier than yesterday. And that's going to be the story. Wind is going to pick up throughout the day on Saturday, more so Sunday. Small craft advisories will be issued as early as tomorrow evening for coastal waters. Some showers and storms to the north of us. Not much going on here. It's quiet and will stay that way overnight. And tomorrow, too, it's not going to be a rainy day tomorrow. We'll see maybe an isolated shower pop up inland due to the warm temperatures. Highs tomorrow will be in the upper 70s to low 80s. 72 right now. Beautiful out there. 66 on the dew point. That's up. Winds out of the south at 9 and the pressure 2997. No rainfall to report. And the high today was 77 degrees. Our normal high at 71, 86, the record set in 1990, so a very hot day there in 1990. No rainfall, we're about a half-inch below average. Temperatures statewide, all in the 70s right now, 72 in Sarasota, 79 into Orlando, and low 70s right near the water. Mid-70s inland in Wauchula, Arcadia, and Mayaca City at this time. Forecast for Saturday looks good, just a little bit breezier. We'll see a little bit of fog in the morning, then partly cloudy skies. Temperatures warming, upper 70s right through the day, and should be a windy day, although not a rainy day. You'll notice on the forecast here, we're not calling for any rainfall around here. Some big storms to the north of us, and then those storms kind of gather and then push our way. There's a chance for a few spotty showers on Sunday morning. But as we push through time, the best chance will be the squall line that develops in the afternoon and evening and pushes through out ahead of the actual cold front. Now, that cold front is not going to produce the rough weather. It will be that line of showers and storms out ahead of it, which will produce the potential for winds gusting as high as 60 miles an hour, frequent lightning strikes, some heavy rainfall at times, and as I mentioned, the isolated tornadoes a possibility, but not much. A chance of that happening at this point. Rainfall amounts will be up near 1 inch to 2 inches in northern portions of Manatee County, Hillsborough, and Pinellas, and up to about a half inch as you travel southward into South Sarasota County, so lesser amounts to the south. As far as the winds go, not too bad throughout the morning on Saturday, picking up in the afternoon out of the south at 10 to 15. And then by Sunday, we're going to see gusts as high as 25 to 30 miles an hour. That will cause some piling of the water along the coast. We could see some minor beach flooding and coastal flooding. And we're expecting high tide in the evening on Sunday to be around 8 o'clock, and that will bring the possibility of some localized flooding. Wave heights will be significant, too. As we move through time, we'll see waves up to 10 to 14 feet high by Sunday afternoon and Sunday night. So small craft stay in port for the most part on Sunday afternoon. As far as the satellite and radar picture goes, a few showers in the nation's capital earlier. That has since moved on. Not much else going on for us. Lots of watches and warnings out west in the western states. We look at like this for tomorrow. Mostly cloudy skies in the morning with some fog around, then becoming partly cloudy. South winds at 15 knots. Seas will be 2 to 4 feet. UV index will be an 8 for area beaches throughout most of the day. Water temperature at 70, and that's warm. The tides upcoming, Sarasota Bay just in a little bit, a high tide, another one at 9:01 tomorrow morning. Tonight, some fog, 64, warm, low temperature. Tomorrow, fog burns off, partly cloudy, breezy and warm, a high of 79. And then we wait for the storms Sunday afternoon and evening, turning cooler on Monday, and then warms quickly back up by Wednesday. We'll be right back after this.
The oath of office. Donald Trump sworn in as the 45th president. Can he unite a divided nation? As President Obama hands over power, a new era in Washington begins. Live from the Capitol, this is where America turns. A special edition of World News Tonight with David Muir.
It's debt beating you down. You need discipline. You need
the Debt Ninja. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, you could be facing wage garnishments, levies, liens, property seizure, cancellation of business license, closure of business. The Debt Ninja fights your IRS debt. That's why you need the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja has found the best companies in the country who are on your side to fight debt. Want to learn if you qualify for the IRS Financial Hardship Program? Stop the IRS from garnishing your wages. Even if your bank account has been seized, if you have undeclared taxes, if you have existing IRS debt, it's not too late to call, so grab your phone now. Call the Debt Ninja at 800-945-0083. That's 800-945-0083. Settle your IRS debt to get the power of the Debt Ninja. Dial this number now, 800-945-0083.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Robotic surgery is changing medicine. The robot has better vision than a human. You can see 10 times better magnification than the human eye, but it takes a human eye to run the machine. In fact, it takes multiple human eyes to treat a patient. We've perfected the team, we've perfected the procedure, and the more experienced the team, the better the quality outcome.
It's Inauguration Day in D.C., a store that specializes in everything Donald Trump. Pins, mugs, bobbleheads, as you saw there, shot glasses, flags, everything with President Trump's face on it. Employees say the hoodies and hats are the best sellers. Of course, it is cold there, so that would make sense. The store manager says sales are up 20%. Well, obviously, it's Inauguration Day, so everyone's look at this with the hair. You can comb it. You can comb it. Oh my gosh, I love it. That's hilarious.
Yeah. World News Tonight with David Muir is next with much more on today's inauguration in Washington.
And we'll see you tonight at 11.
This is an ABC 7 editorial with Steve Sabato.
On November 27, 1882, 5 young brothers, the sons of German immigrants, performed skits and a juggling act in what would become the greatest show on earth. Their name was Ringling. This week, 135 years later, the Feld family, owners for the past 50 years, announced the Big Top would close later this year, a victim of changing times. And so today, we take a moment to compare the temporal nature of popularity and ethics with the enduring immortality of charity and goodwill. Before there was radio or television or the internet, the circus ruled. Like a moving city 1,000 strong, the greatest show on earth brought acts and exotic animals from around the world to small-town America. And thanks to the Ringling family, they called Sarasota home. While the show will not go on, the legacy and the generosity of the Ringling family endures. The Ringling Estate, a world-class art collection, public access to prime waterfront and downtown real estate on the historic registrar. John and Mabel and Charles had a vision and passion that has shaped Sarasota. 100 years from now, Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus will be a footnote in history. Children of the future will never know the thrill of the big top. They will, however, have the wonder of priceless art, the refinement of culture, and the inspiration of nature, thanks to the enduring charity of the Ringling family and the labor of generations of circus families. I'm Steve Sabato, and we'd like to hear from you.
The opinions expressed in this editorial do not necessarily reflect those of ABC7's owners or management. If you would like to comment, go to our website, www.mysuncoast.com, and click Community.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It may be January, but we live in Florida. So head outdoors for seafood and music at the 2nd Annual Sarasota Seafood and Music Festival, happening Saturday and Sunday, January 21st and 22nd from 10 to 6 p.m. Savor mouth-watering Florida Gulf Coast seafood dishes by top restaurants and chefs, while you enjoy great live music from some of Florida's top musical groups. So grab your family and friends at the Sarasota Seafood and Music Festival, January 21st and 22nd. For more information, visit seafoodfestivals.com.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s. Don't miss the Luxury by the Bay event, Saturday, January 21st from noon till 4 p.m. at Harbor Isle. Water ski show, luxury cars, wine tasting, model home tours, and more.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Get the new year off to a great start with safety and peace of mind. Subaru was named the 2016 Best Overall Brand, Most Trusted, and Best Performance Brand by Kelley Blue Book. And ALG named Subaru its top mainstream brand for residual value for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.